Thank you, everybody, for being here, and thank you to ACEEE for putting on this great conference. My name's Jeff Diehl. I'm the recently appointed Executive Director and CEO of the Rhode Island Infrastructure Bank. Treasurer Magazine pretty much stole my thunder by going over much of the history of the bank, previously the agency, but I will touch on a few things today, and it is an important initiative here in the state. As the Treasurer said, the bank really was born out of a sleepy agency that was tasked with taking federal money, state match, and then leveraging it in the bond market, issuing AAA securities to lend to important drinking water and clean water projects here in the state. Did its job well, wasn't all that dynamic, didn't probably manage its financials as well as it could have. But certainly the governor, the treasurer, and the assembly recognized that there was a greater need in the state, as the treasurer talked about. And they did expand the mission of the bank, renamed it, and perhaps didn't give as much money as we would have liked. A bit jealous of the Connecticut Green Bank and its allocation of funds. But we certainly have a skill set and a track record in which to build on the new programs. Those new programs are Efficient Building Fund, which is dedicated to energy efficiency and renewables in municipal buildings and schools, commercial PACE, residential PACE. One thing he did forget, which is kind of hot off the press, is that we've just gotten a grant from the EPA to build our brownfield remediation business. That will probably be more like state revolving funds like clean water and drinking water, given the presence of federal monies. But what we're also trying to do is bring more innovative transactions and thinking to the new programs we have. We're about to close on the first round of the Efficient Building Fund. That's one thing that we'll be doing a deeper dive in during the course of this discussion. I think there's a lot of lessons that we've learned, a lot of lessons that you all can learn from our experience in that space, and I think will be very important. It's a very important program for us going forward. Commercial PACE, as you heard, was officially launched a couple weeks ago. We have a number of communities that have already opted in. One of the important things there is we've really taken the administrative burden out of the hands of the tax assessors in the local towns. They don't have to worry about the billing. They don't have to worry about the collection. We've taken care of all of that. That's part of what we've used our limited funds. We're also building it as an open capital platform. So the bank is not contributing financing funds into that. What we're trying to do is create a competitive landscape. I know some of you are a bit disturbed to hear that, but a competitive landscape to bring the most amount of capital, the most competitive capital into that space. And we're hopeful that we'll get a significant interest in projects going before the end of the year. Residential PACE, as you heard, we've had the legislation in place for quite some time. We didn't really do much with it. That is next on our list, and we anticipate having that platform kick off at the beginning of next year and pretty much in place by the end of this year. Again, our objective is to do that as a open platform for both administrators and capital providers. So again, trying to bring a significant amount of private capital into this space and provide the framework under which it's all done.